What's up, everybody? We are back here on Way of the Hunter for the first time in, I think, over a month or two. It's been a little while since we've done a video on this game, but they just released an update that is actually pretty awesome. They've done exactly what I talked about in our last Way of the Hunter video. They added in 3 new rare fur types for 3 different species, 1 for the gemsbok, 1 for the springbok, and 1 for the sandbar deer. Each of those now has the albino fur type, and they also added a bunch of new racks for the whitetail deer. So we're finally getting some more variety in the trophy department for Way of the Hunter, and this is what I have said time and time again. This game is amazing. The only place where it's really lacking is trophy variety. Once you've got all the 5 stars and the few rares that were in the game, there's not really too much to do unless you just love the core gameplay mechanics so much that you're still going to play it regardless. But for, a lot of people, once you've hunted everything and got all the trophies, what is there to go for? And, well, we've just got a whole lot more to go for with this update. And honestly, if they continue this streak up and add in like 2 or 3 new rares and like some new antlers to a species every single update, this game could honestly start to compete with Call of the Wild. I don't think it's ever going to overtake Call of the Wild just because Call of the Wild has such a good balance between arcade and realism, whereas Way of the Hunter is a more realistic game, so it, appeals to a much smaller audience. But this definitely could surpass the Hunter Classic if they keep this up. As of now, I'd say Hunter Classic is still probably the best realistic hunting game, but Way of the Hunter is starting to pick up a little bit of steam. Also, this is a multiplayer session on the lowest difficulty so that we can get a really nice up-close look at these new racks, because obviously on my single player, I'd have to wait for a bunch of them to die off in order to see the new racks, whereas in multiplayer, it's fresh population every single time, so we can make sure that we can get a good look at all the new antlers for the whitetail deer. Well, we've got a few whitetail right here. This is the only, decent buck I see. I'm going to shoot it and just see if it looks different than what I'm used to with these guys. Now, as you guys know, I don't play this game super often, so there's definitely going to be a few racks where I probably don't remember them, but they, may have already been in the game. So apologies if I say something looks new and it's not. I don't play this game super consistently, so there's going to be a few where I'm just not aware that they were a thing. Let's see this guy right here. I mean, looks very solid. Honestly, this one does kind of seem a little different to me, but like I said, it has been a while since I've really paid attention to any of the non-diamond racks, but I mean, this looks different to me. 99% genetics as well, but we're in multiplayer, so I'm not too worried about that. I don't know, is this guy different? I'm not sure. Either way, this is a really good looking deer here. We've got a close-up look at some of these deer, and again, like I said, these may be old racks, but this guy does look a little bit different than I remember. I feel like this might be a new one, but I'm not 100% sure. And honestly, because of that, we're just going to look at a lot of different deer, just kind of get a good idea of what the variety is looking like for all of these bucks, and just see how much variety it appears to have versus what they were before the update. Really, when it comes to these whitetail, what I remember is the 5-star racks. Like, the 5-star racks are the ones that I know very well. So if we find a 5-star, it'll be pretty easy for me to tell whether or not it is a new one or an old one. So here's a good look at one of the old 5-star racks for the whitetail deer. This guy right here is one that we have already seen, and, all the ones that are smaller than him as well from that rack tree, I guess, the, racks that lead up to that one. But there's definitely more of them in the game aside from just him. I believe there's 2 or 3 5-star racks that existed before, and now we've of course got new ones coming to the game. But I believe this is the other one right here. So we got a couple of them in here, so it'll be very easy to tell if we find a new 5-star today. Ooh! Oh my gosh! That's an albino whitetail deer. I mean, it's a female, but that's still pretty sick. I've been bouncing between different maps in multiplayer, just trying to find some of the new antlers, hopefully a 5-star if possible, and instead we've got ourselves an albino female, so that's pretty sick. Well, since it's just a doe, I'm just gonna blast it, not wait for it to grow or anything. Let's just drop her on the spot. Don't think there was anything else special in that group. I saw one, like a 2-star buck, but nothing too crazy. There it is, our beautiful albino doe. Obviously, it's just a doe, so I don't really know like how many places we'll actually be able to put this in our lodge, but definitely something we will taxidermize. I mean, obviously, it's an albino. Look at that. She is pretty. She is beautiful. Whoa, this has got to be a new antler. The one on the far side has so much mass in comparison to the close antler. I do not remember any antlers looking like that. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think that's new, and that is such a sick looking buck. Oh my gosh. Let's get this guy down. Such a cool looking deer. I cannot wait to see it up close. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Such a cool little antler. I cannot wait to see some of the brand new 5-stars that we end up finding eventually because of these new racks. Well, everybody, it's been a few days now, and we are back here on Way of the Hunter. I know this will be the exact same video, but it has been a few days since I've done any hunting. And the main reason is, well, there's been some unfortunate things that have happened, including these guys just not shutting up. But the big thing that happened is I think I discovered an unfortunate bug here in the game. It seems that right now, whenever you play in multiplayer, it actually counts the time spent towards your single player as well. The reason I know that is because I found 2 5-star red deer in one of my herds here. And unfortunately, after playing some multiplayer and returning to single player, they were both gone. In fact, pretty much every mature that I had was down to a young or an adult, which indicates that time did get passed, and not just a little bit, a lot of time. And considering I spent like 2.5 hours in multiplayer, it makes sense I did multiple time resets during that time. In fact, quite a few of them, probably at least 7 or 8. And yeah, all of my matures that were in these herds here are just gone, replaced by youngs and adults. Now, I had a lot of curiosity about this issue, so I asked you guys in the community through my community tab, and a few other people said that they're experiencing the same thing. So that's very unfortunate. I would recommend right now that if you have a trophy animal on your map, kill it before going into multiplayer. I was saving them for a future video, and well, that's not going to happen anymore because they're just gone. So we're back to trying to figure out how we can get some more to spawn in, and also doing some more work towards getting some of the brand new whitetail racks. In fact, that's the primary thing that we're doing, but the red deer were kind of just like a bonus thing that we found along the way. Hopefully we can manage to get some crazy whitetail. This guy's a 2-star mature, and like, I think it might be a new set of antlers. Let's get a closer look at it. It does look very bulky. Like, that seems to have a lot of mass. So I do have high hopes that it's going to be one of the new racks. But the thing is, it's a 2-star mature, so I don't even know if it's going to make 5-star. But regardless of what happens, I'm going to hunt around for a couple hours today, and we're going to hopefully find some good stuff. But in the meantime, I did find one thing cool in multiplayer, and we're going to show that right now.
He's just got hit in the leg and it's just like life's over.
There's the elk herd. Oh. Hey, guys! Woo!
1.
Oh,
Two,
no, I can't do it.
Wait.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
I flattened a few.
Oh, gosh.
Come back here.
Nope.
Oh,
no.
Gosh, I missed everything. Oh! That's the wipeout we needed. I'm gonna get you too. I'm gonna get you too. Where's your buddies? Where's your buddies?
Oh my gosh.
Woo! It's a slaughter.
Oh,
splat.
Dead.
Ooh, that's a 5-star. That's a 5-star for sure.
Don't run that one over.
It's a 5-star. Let's go get that, buddy.
Crazy.
Let's go get that 5-star. Oh my gosh. I spooked him off, though, because I was too busy hitting all of them. This is definitely not going in a short. This is definitely going in a full video. So for those watching, we were just hitting some elk because we're in multiplayer, so it doesn't really matter. And then we see this. There's a 5-star. So yeah, we're going to take that down for sure. Where is he? We got the herd.
You just spotted him.
I did?
Yep. Somewhere in that pile.
It must be this one. He's giving us the look. Wait, they spooked off from that distance? Oh, my mouse died. This is going great.
Yeah, you forgot elk in this game actually have very high senses.
Yeah.
Especially with the higher difficulties.
Which we are on a much higher difficulty than I normally play on, so... Oh, here we go. Drilled him. I don't know if it's going to be the perfect shot. Oh, he's bleeding good. That looked like good blood. Oh, yeah, he's stumbling.
Oh, yeah, he's going down.
He's going down for sure. Let's go.
Let's
go. My gosh. This might be the coolest way I've ever taken down a 5-star elk on this map. We're just murdering everything in sight with our vehicle, just laughing like crazy at the ragdolls. And then out of nowhere, just a giant 5-star elk. We chase it to these open hills and take it down from 400 meters or however far it was, like 300, 400. Amazing. That's what I love to see. Look at that beauty. Ooh, this might be my biggest Rocky elk. This might actually be my biggest Rocky elk of all time. Let's see. What's the score on this monster here? Oh, yeah, he's huge. What a freaking giant. And it was 94% genetics. Very good genetics. What was the trophy score, though? 480! Is that max? No, that's not max. 500 is max, right? Yeah, 500 is max. That's huge, though. That is a monster right there. What a giant. There we go. A 5-star whitetail deer. It's been about an hour since I recorded that last section of the video, and we finally have one of them as a 5-star, and I could be wrong, but I think that looks a little bit different than what I'm used to seeing for the 5-stars. That could be one of the new ones. We're gonna have to get closer and take a really good look at it. Oh my gosh, I definitely think that is one of the new racks. That thing looks huge. The amount of mass on those antlers is actually kind of insane. Man, these are the types of monsters I love to see in this game. I'm so glad they revamped the whitetail and gave them some truly insane looking racks. Now, I haven't seen all of them, obviously, but this first one, my gosh, this guy is impressive. And I'm going to feel very stupid if this has always been a rack, but I'm pretty sure this is new. This looks way different than the two that I remember being in the game. What a beast. What an absolute beast of a buck. Oh my gosh, the frontal angle from this guy is crazy. Well, I guess it's not frontal, it's more like front side, broadside quartering. But oh my gosh, he's a freaking monster. All right, let's see if we can get its attention so it will turn to us because we need to get this guy on the ground. That is such a monster, man. And we've got some red deer talking to us. We also have a big 4-star buck off in the distance, but obviously we're not too worried about him at the moment. We've got this giant right here to take down. I just need to get it to turn. Like, it does not want to turn. I might have to try and, like, walk around and get its attention a little bit more. Okay, here we go. There we go. Now it's kind of turning towards us. Look at that. Here goes nothing. And down it goes. That was insane. Look at this freaking giant. Yeah, this is definitely a new wreck. There's no way this is an old one. I feel like I would have known if this was an old one. Look at that beast. I'd say that is a very good screenshot to take of it. And now it's time to claim. Oh my gosh, the mass is crazy. This is a 95% genetics deer. And I mean, that's about as big as I would expect them to get. I mean, they could probably get a little bit larger. I'm sure this isn't the highest scoring version of this rack right here, but I guess we'll see. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Go to the trophy screen. 484. Wow, that is really close to being the max score. About 16 points off, if I'm not mistaken. Really good, though. Let's tax that. Now, the thing is, I don't know where I want to put this guy in our lodge. We've got quite a few stuff up already. We got some tar up there, some albino chamois. We got our Mela Fallow deer. We got another chamois there. We've got a ton of red deer up front here. Already got a whitetail in that mount. You can see this is one of the old racks, so definitely a lot different of a look compared to what we just got. We also have that pig there. And I think we got more whitetail in the back. And honestly, we might add this guy to the back as well and kind of make it a whitetail area. I think out of all the stuff that I could possibly put here, I'm going to put that whitetail here. We will select a different spot to put our elk. Because that guy, I mean, he just looks really good there across from his buddy. This is one of the old racks. This is a different one than what we saw up front, if I'm not mistaken. And this is one of the brand new ones. And holy crap, that's impressive. That is a substantial upgrade in terms of size. What a monster. I think we'll go ahead and put the elk right here. We'll do this kind of like shoulder mounted one. I definitely like that. There we go. We got our elk there, an old elk there, another elk over there. Got a lot of elk off this map. And a lot of whitetail as well, because here's once again another whitetail deer. But definitely not as crazy as the one that we just killed. Very happy with that. I think that's going to be the end of the video here, though. We'll have some more videos probably in the future where we try to get some of the new albinos. Definitely hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment down below, as well as clicking that like button and subscribing to the channel if you are brand new. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace!